What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV. Hello, everybody. Welcome back again. Welcome back to
Breaking news. Breaking news live on BlueClouds Media. BlueClouds Media. Breaking news. Breaking news live on BlueClouds Media. BlueClouds Media. Breaking news. Breaking news live on BlueClouds Media.
chaos at the bridge. Enzo Maresca's future is now over. The Mariners walk away from Chelsea. Both parties could not agree on one thing. Enzo Maresca has gone. I've said so many things which has offended the owners. It's all about the yes man or no yes man, whatever, whichever way you want to put it. Enzo Maresca demanded some few things, has an issue with the sporting directors, have an issue with the medical team. He believed that he's not been backed, he's not been supported, or he's not been protected from his job. We're going to look at the ups and downs of Chelsea Football Club, the managerial merry-go-round, Enzo Maresca leaving the football club. We're going to look at his tenure at Chelsea, what he's done, whether he deserved to be sacked, and was it all his fault? And why are certain keep individuals not taking responsibilities of their own action, also some of the blame on them. We're going to look at the owners themselves, the sporting directors, Enzo Maresca, and what led to this. Zion is here, Stephen G is around here too. We might have Liverpool Ryan also joining us here later. I'm not just happy. I'm not happy as a Chelsea fan. Not because of manager being sacked, but this will take us back. But I know how Chelsea are. When things go this way, they perform and make it sound like there's nothing wrong. Maybe a new manager that comes in might end up winning the trophy, and we'll forget about these Enzo Maresca situation. Hope that happens real quick for Chelsea fans to be happy again. Alongside, like I always say, most important thing is don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe whilst we get into nitty-gritty of the Enzo Maresca departure from Chelsea. Stick with us. Zion is here. Stephen G is also here with me. We'll get everything going. We'll be right back in just a second. Very funny. Welcome back, guys. I have Steven here with me. I have Mr. Ryan, also Liverpool fan, joining me in here. And it's breaking news that came in earlier. It started building itself up from yesterday, where Fabrizio Romano even indicated that Enzo Maresca had about 48 hours, which within it really makes, I would say, whatever he said was really, really makes sense or up to point. From that time to now, within 48 hours, Enzo Maresca has departed Chelsea Football Club. That's why we're here today to look into it and see what went wrong and why, and who is at fault, and who is to be blamed. So I welcome my legends, football fanatics themselves, Stephen G and Mr. Ryan. Guys, welcome back to the show.
How you doing? How you doing?
Good, good.
Thank
You
you.
okay, Ryan?
Happy New Year to you all.
Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to everyone joining us live across all platform, whether X, YouTube, and YouTube Vertical. If you're watching us here, thank you all for. I hope this stream will go a long way. Will educate a lot of our fans, the viewers, on where to stand in terms of these departure. We'll start from Stephen G. I know you've seen it, you've read it all, you've gone through a lot. You have yours. You have your own perspective also, and things that you believe. Things that you've read. You believe that the faults could be coming from what we have to look at. So that's the main reason why we're here today, guys. We're gonna look into it, scrutinize it, use I would say a magnified glass to look into it and see who really did it. Where did all this came from, if I should put it that way. So that's what we're here. Stephen G, over to you. You've heard it. Enzo Maresca has left the football club. What's next?
What's next looks like Liam Rosenior. That's what it looks like. But I think first and foremost, I want to touch on the fact that look, Maresca wasn't universally liked by the fan base. I think that goes without saying. But I think one thing that does need to be appreciated is that, look, we know that the managers don't really have much say at Chelsea when it comes to transfers and stuff like that, and that the model is to go very heavily, almost entirely towards a youth approach. And that Maresca, in spite of that and everything, still managed to, he struggled against the smaller teams, but he still managed to put on masterclasses against teams like PSG, for example, in that Club World Cup final, right? And I think whether you like him, love him, hate him, whatever, right? You have to be appreciative of what he did do in moments like that Club World Cup final. And also, I've been saying to people, I guarantee you the next manager, or maybe the one after that, but I was very adamant, Rosenior's got to be one of the next two managers at this football club, yeah? And people going to me, no, he won't. And then I get a message from my granddad. He goes, oh, we're getting Rosenior. These clowns have no idea what they're doing. I went, I've told you this. I've been telling you for about 4 weeks that if Maresca gets sacked, we're getting Rosenior. It's clear as day. He literally stayed at Strasbourg because, well, not entirely because of this, but part of the reason he would have stayed at Strasbourg is because he knew he had the chance to come to Chelsea. Let's be honest. So that's what's next, is Liam Rosenior by the looks of it. Some people are reporting he's already talking to the Chelsea board, obviously the same people that run Strasbourg, and talking about tactical ideas and this, that, and the other. But if I remember rightly, I think we used a graphic at one point last season. I think he used something stupid between 6 to 8 different formations and variations of formations. So that could be interesting. But I think a lot of the time this season he's used the back three. So it's got to be interesting to see how that plays out. But I don't know. I like Rosenior. I just think it's a bit early. I've been saying this for a while now. I like him, but I think he needs another season or two.
Very interesting. Thank you very much, Stephen G. Rosenior is the name. There are other names. I've heard so many names. So many. I've heard the likes of Xavi Hernandez and Xavi Alonso and all that. So many. But I feel like Rosenior is more into the blue coal company of fraternity. So it would be more easier for him to join Chelsea immediately if they want him. But let me hear from have Yusuf also here with me. But Mr. Ryan, Enzo Maresca has departed Chelsea. What is next?
Yeah, as Steven said, looks like the next manager probably will be Rosenior, who we all know is at Strasbourg. He's part of the Chelsea multi-club model. He's a young manager, a black manager, which I think there are not enough of in English football generally. And it's not a surprise to see this outcome. Unfortunately, things definitely escalated in the past 48 hours. There was tension between the ownership and Maresca. This had been building for weeks and months. There's no denying the recent form wasn't good enough. Chelsea did very well beating Barcelona convincingly. But since then, there are poor performances against Leeds. In the Premier League, they lost. In the Champions League, they lost to Atlanta.
Right.
They lost recently to Aston Villa. It had been very inconsistent in the Premier League. Fifth is not a bad position by any means. And Maresca had a 61% win rate over the 90 games he took charge, which is decent. It's a lot better than Poch and Potter and Tuchel. But unfortunately, when you lose the trust between ownership and manager, and I'm sure we'll go into this in more detail, but it's a complex situation. Maresca didn't feel that he was really pulling the strings, and then he made some controversial comments as well recently. So we are where we are. Chelsea now looking for their fourth permanent manager since Clearlake took over. And yeah, there's no doubt they need to get this next appointment right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ryan. We'll even we got some few time on our side. We'll get into all the build up to where we at now. What really happened from summer, what Enzo Maresca asked for, what really triggered Enzo Maresca to go to the press, like communicating with the press, trying to let the press do his job for him by saying he hasn't had the 48 hours has been very, very bad for him and all that kind of stuff. We'll get there. We'll get there. So yeah, that's voice of Mr. Ryan. Let's go to Yusuf Blue. Yusuf, good evening to you and welcome back to the show again. Your manager, your Chelsea manager is gone. What is next?
I don't know, to be honest with you. Sorry. I'm just speechless. Like, I'm half and half this. Like, I'm surprised, but I'm not, because like Maresca's left. Like, that's just hit me now. But at the same time, I'm not surprised, because I don't blame Maresca at all. I'm not blaming him, because from what we've heard, if he can't work under the conditions of these owners, then I'm sorry, but like, there's nothing Maresca can do. Like, it's been let out into the public that he can't. There's been problems with his selections, and the owners have been trying to tell him what players to pick, and like what so they can get the players' value up to try and sell them on for profit later. That's clear that business is number one and football's number two for the owners. So that's one thing. Another thing is that he disagrees, obviously, with how football is viewed with the ownership. That he's obviously the manager. He wants to coach the team. But he's not even being backed by the owners either with the transfers. We all know Enzo Maresca wanted a centre-back, but he wasn't given it. So I don't blame him for walking away. If the owners aren't going to back him, and if they're going to make the environment difficult for him to work in. And with obviously the candidates we're seeing here, Liam Rosenior, like, again, I don't think he's ready yet. I don't think he's ready to come into the Chelsea job at the moment. So, yeah, that's what I think. But we really do need to be careful. I've been on a lot of shows already, and I've done my own one for my channel as well. Make sure you check my channel out, Yosef Chelsea Blues. We're on road to 700 subs now. I've said that protests will start to be organized. Whether they do anything or not, whether it's going to make a difference or not, protests will be organized, because I don't think fans are going to put up with this for much longer with this ownership. Because
you think protests will make a difference?
If I'm being honest, I don't think it will, because the one last year, it didn't make a difference whatsoever. But the difference is with that protest, it was just one protest and nothing else happened. Okay. What we can do, stop going to the games, like Jesse has just said in the chat. Protest outside the ground every home game. Just don't buy your tickets. Just go outside the ground instead and just protest to the owners, because they still go. They still go to the games. I still walk past them. Like, I still see them coming out their fancy cars, and they'll walk past me, and I'll be like, "Hello," but they don't say hi back, because they know that what they're doing at the club is wrong.
All right. Thank you very much, Yusuf. I mean, saying that the fans don't have to, go to games will be very, very difficult, because tickets has already been sold. They've already made their money. And I'm sure lots of people are season ticket holders. No. I'll say maybe 70% are season ticket holders, and they've already purchased the ticket. And there's no way. That's, I know a lot of people talk about don't go and watch the games, don't buy a ticket, don't do that. That thing doesn't really work. It's going to be very difficult, because the owners have already taken the money at the beginning of the season.
I know, exactly.
I understand.
I know, but I know it will difficult. Yeah. I know it will be difficult, but I'm just saying that's that's one thing that could possibly make them think, oh well, we actually need to think logic-wise, footballing-wise, than rather think about the business side. Because if I'm honest, I think that's all they've been doing.
Okay. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your time here. Who was that?
Protests ain't going to do anything. I don't think people realize this. Protests aren't going to do anything. And yeah, sure, there was one last year, but look, there was many flaws with the one last year, yeah? One, you've got all these people from social media and YouTube going, oh, let's do a protest, guys. And then they all get their cameras out and they're not even in front of them. Yeah? Oh, you want the protest? Okay, come join everyone then. Yeah? You're the ones that called for it. Where are you? Yeah? You're nowhere to be seen. Because you don't want your face associated with it, even though you called for it. Yeah? Two, there was a lot of mixed messaging with that one. There was loads of different things that people wanted. There wasn't a clear message for it. Two, the owners, well, mostly Egbali isn't going to listen because he's the main owner. And as far as he's concerned, this guy's got a massive ego. Yeah? Why is he going to care what other people think? He's not. So it wouldn't make sense to protest, because it's not going to matter, because it's not going to hurt their pocket. People will still buy merchandise. People will still buy tickets and stuff like that. It's not going to hurt them, so he's not going to care. He's like, okay, you're still giving me money. Like, you're still putting money into the club, so it's not hurting us, so I don't care. Do what you want.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Guys, let me look at the chat here in a second. Then we'll continue with where we are. we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into what really transformed, what really happened to get to where we are now at this moment. Cole Palmer, big up to you. Cole Palmer and everybody joining us on the show today across all platforms. Cole Palmer said he's just sick of, I'm sure it means Premier League, right? He's just sick of the Prem. If I'm sure that's what he's saying.
PR.
Oh, the PR. Okay, PR. All right. Big up, bro. Courtney. Big up to Courtney. Courtney, big up to you, man. Big up to Courtney. Yes, and then we have Daniel Knight. Big up to Daniel Knight. Daniel Knight said big up, win, lose, or draw. Look out. Get them Win Stanley. Get them Win Stanley and the Stewart and Joe Shield. It's time to go. I'm done with these project and mood and the model. Okay, the project and the model. That's from Daniel Knight. Big up to you, Daniel, and Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year to everyone joining us on the show today. Big up to Jesse from Jesse TV. Big up to Jesse Football TV. He says, big up, guys. And he says, stop going to games. Like I said, it's going to be very difficult for that to happen because people want to utilize, although they wish they haven't, because no one knows. That's why I think that's why Premier League, as the owners or Premier League, they take the money beginning of the season. Whether you come or not, it doesn't really they don't really care. They're taking the money already. So we have this here film. I watched all right, from Daniel Knight. Daniel, I don't want to promote other people on my platform. That's the only way I couldn't read. I don't want to read that. There's a big up Neil, big up Neil from Chelsea Dan. Big up to you, Dan. It says the guy said smash the like button, everyone. Happy New Year, panelists in chat. Okay, we have Joshua. Big up to you, Joshua. He says yo, Joshua, how you doing, man? I hope you're doing very well. It says like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, guys. So we are on our way to 20K, and it won't be that long. We'll get there. I think we're around 15K right now. So road to 20K is right there. Is it 10K? Oh no, 20K. Yeah, 20K. I don't even know what we are. 20, yeah. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. So let's get things going. And Steven, what do you want to share before we get into it? Mr. Ryan also probably want to jump in later. What do you want to share?
No, this has just come out literally in the last 3 minutes. From Ben Jacobs and saying Callum McFarlane's got to be the person that's got to take the conference tomorrow, and he's got to be in charge of the game on Sunday against Man City. I don't actually know what this guy's role is, by the way.
Callum McFarlane. What's he? Who is he? Okay, to be honest with you, whoever is coming in. So Enzo Maresca is leaving. Is he taking assistant coaches away? I know Willie Caballero is an assistant coach, but to me, I don't regard him as assistant coach.
Oh,
the other guy also in there. The training session and everything.
He's the under-21s manager.
Under-21s manager coming in. What about the training? He's taking the guys in training and everything?
They weren't in training today because it's New Year's Day.
Okay.
So they're training Friday, Saturday, game on Sunday.
He will be in charge he'll be in charge in training.
I recognized the name, I just couldn't pinpoint where from.
Okay. All right. So thank you very much for sharing that with us in terms of who will take over on Friday with the boys when they return from New Year break or whatever. But anyway, let's look and use the microscope, scrutinize everything from beginning to the end, how we started till now. All right, in the summer, Enzo Maresca did a very good job. Went to the Club World Cup, and some people don't regard that trophy, but I regard that trophy very well because 90% of the top teams in the world were in that competition. Real Madrid, who are I'll say champions of winning Premier League, Champions League many times, were in that competition. Bayern Munich were there, PSG was there, and Barcelona was there, Manchester City were there. So who else are we missing? Who else can we talk about that we're not in that competition? You got Al Ali, Zamalek, and all these teams were there. So who were we missing from that tournament. That makes that trophy, how would I say it, a mere trophy. He won that trophy. He won that trophy. But the main problem is Enzo Maresca has lost 20 points both from the Champions League and the Premier League from a winning point of view, where a standpoint where you could tell Enzo Maresca has to win that game, and they ended up losing it. 20 points that he has dropped. Is it one of the reasons why we are where we are now, Mr. Ryan?
Yeah, it's a difficult one to answer. There's no doubt about it that at the beginning of this season, the Chelsea hierarchy ownership were fairly content with Enzo Maresca. He'd won the 2 trophies, like you mentioned, Conference League and FIFA World Cup, Club World Cup. But the key objective last season was the Champions League qualification. That was the most important target for the club, and he achieved that. But we knew early on in the season things were breaking down. I still can't. I just find it bonkers that senior figures there at the club are telling him or encouraging him who to pick based on the player's value. I think somebody mentioned it before. And then what substitutions should be made during games. I mean, it's crazy. Like, what kind of which manager, regardless of which elite club we're talking about, would be able to operate in those kind of conditions? He needs any manager in that seat needs autonomy. They're the ones doing the training, the coaching, day to day, preparing tactics. They shouldn't be influencing him, like who he should be picking, when he should be making substitutions, going into the dressing room after games. We always see the owners do that at Chelsea. And then obviously this issue with I don't know how true this is, but ignoring medical staff. He clashed with them as well. And he had that quote about the worst 48 hours since joining the club. But I mean, the guy won the Manager of the Month for November, only a few weeks ago. It's crazy. He won the Manager of the Month in the Premier League in November a few weeks ago, and now he's been sacked. It's just bonkers.
Yusuf, we're trying to outline some of the problems why that led to the departure of Enzo Maresca. We're looking at the performance also on the pitch. Are you satisfied with Enzo Maresca's performance so far? Losing 20 points from a winning position, both Champions League and in the Premier League.
Now,
big up to Mo, and Happy New Year to you. And Cole Palmer, thank you very much for your comment. Neto, Crowell, Cucurella, Sanchez are all not happy with the departure of them. Definitely.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you.
When you put it like that, obviously it sounds bad. Like, you're dropping 20 points from winning positions. Obviously, it's unacceptable. Like, I mean, there's some results this season where I've looked at Maresca and like I've thought he's bottled it. Like, Brighton at home, definitely, where we lost 3-1. Sunderland at home, that's another one. Atalanta, like there's many results I can go through, and
you can also say, is it Paphos? Is it Paphos away? Performance was not good. Was it Paphos?
No,
the team we played away in
was.
the Champions League. No, we also played another team, and another. I wouldn't say they're not a good team.
Oh, Karabakh.
Karabakh. Yeah, thank you very much. Karabakh. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm actually I've got the results up here now. So yeah, the results where I look at Maresca and feel like he should have done better. There was the Brentford 2-2.
Yeah.
Bayern, I'm not really blaming him that much. The Man United away one, Sanchez put Maresca in a really bad position there for getting sent off in the first place. So I'm not really blaming Maresca that much, but the substitutions were a bit outrageous. So I'm only blaming a little bit for that one. Brighton at home, that's another one. Sunderland at home, where we lost in the last minute. Obviously, when we played Karabag and drew 2-2, that was poor. Leeds away, I actually went to that, funnily enough. He had 3 right backs on the bench, and he didn't he didn't start either one of them. Chalobah at right back. Tosin obviously had a shocker. So, yeah, that's another one. Bournemouth away, obviously.
If you're gonna mention the teams that we played, many of them, even our last game before he got sacked, also, results was not the best, and the performance was also very bad. So a lot of these also leading towards that, and also, we want to discuss that. I want to discuss that also. If you guys can remember when he said the last 48 hours has been one of his worst hours for Chelsea. Yeah, there's. I was listening to Carver's report. Kalaskov, was that his name?
Yeah,
Salikov, yeah. Listen to what his report, and he said those people that he was talking to was referring to the medical department on when the player is supposed to return and how many minutes the player is supposed to play and all that kind of stuff. That he believed that he was not backed. He's not having the right tool to do his job. And those are the things that they believe that Enzo Maresca has went off the script in terms of what he's supposed to say to the public and what he's not supposed to do, because he's really throwing the owners under the bus, trying to say that he's not been backed. To me, I've said here that Enzo Maresca was really, he's being backed. It's just a matter of just taking things easy, because you got 5 years contract at Chelsea. How many managers besides Graham Potter, who also have 5 years? How many managers get 5 years at Chelsea? So I'll say that he's been backed very well. The fact that you did not get the players that you were looking for, you still have good players to work with. I'm telling you, to be honest with you, if someone that's that good, if you have a good manager that can manage these players very well, they can be, because you have experience.
It's not that he didn't get the players specific. It's that
he's being told
he
when
knew
to use
what
it.
we needed in terms of positions, and they didn't go out and get it. At the end of the day, Egbali's apparently hands-on. I'm sorry, you don't know football. Leave it to people who know the game. Leave it to your manager. The manager knows what he needs. So, okay, yeah, it's your money, but if you don't know the sport, guess what you're going to do? You're going to spend more money, on things, people that aren't good enough, aren't to standard, and you're just throwing money down the drain at that point. Get people in who know what they're doing, let them do their job, and watch us succeed. But no, your ego can't handle it, can it, Bedad? So you have to be hands-on and touch everything and cause more issues. So congratulations, because you're making the club a mess.
And also, just like I was going to say this, but yeah, Mo also dropped this out. The problem of him being linked to other clubs was also there. And Mo Kasim just said that Enzo Maresca was speaking to City from last year and again in October, this year in December. His head
wouldn't have been
elsewhere
from last year.
It could be a problem. That could also be a problem that owners will not happy. You already got a job that you're working.
They spoke to him in about October, and then news came out in the last few weeks. But from what I've seen, apparently what happened was he told the club that he's been spoken to Juve and Man City, and he would have been happy to sign a deal at Chelsea, to stay at Chelsea. That's what I've read. He would have been happy to stay at Chelsea under a new deal. But Chelsea didn't want to do it. But he told them, it's not like he kept it behind their back. He told them that he'd spoken to them and that he'd be happy to stay on a new deal. But Chelsea didn't give him one.
like I also said over here many times, I'm sure Ryan, last time I spoke to Ryan on the show, I did said that Enzo Maresca is a manager that I've had it difficult to play a consistent 90 minutes, control the game and finish. And Courtney is also sharing this with us. He is a Barca, Arsenal, and PSG are the only games we played well in 90 minutes last year. Everything else was not good. And I agree with him 100%. I've said it many times. Enzo Maresca, when we don't play very well in the first half, I always have the hope that I know that the second half is going to be better because that's what he does. He does best as a tactician. I don't know why you can go, you can play, you can have the whole 90 minutes, or you can start very well. I understand intensity will definitely drop at one point in time, but it can drop for the whole entire 45 minutes, and then you pick up in the next, I would say, second half, and then you pick up, you have a different style of play. The intensity goes up again. What kind of philosophy is this? What kind of philosophy is this? So I've said it many times. I said I can barely count. Besides the PSG, Arsenal, and then maybe I think the Courtney forgot about the Liverpool game. Liverpool game, we dominated the game too from the whole entire 90 minutes. Maybe Liverpool, Barca, Arsenal, and PSG. Besides that, those the other games that they're not high-profile games we took over. But besides these games, 70% of it has to do with first half, bad first half, good second half, good first half, bad second half. Those things that we're in. I don't know if you guys want to, inject something into these from what Mo said and what Courtney said regarding him talking to other managers. Ryan or Yusuf, you guys want to react to the first one before we go to the second one? Is it okay for him to be talking to other managers when he already have a job? Even if Steven, you said it wasn't last year, and it was somewhere around October and then December. Why should Enzo Maresca, when you already have a job, 5-year contract with Chelsea, are you not breaching your contract rules, or are you not breaching whatever you signed with Chelsea when you already got a job? Why are you talking to other employer about a new job?
I'm not a legal expert, but I remember reading an article about this when, it was hot in the press that Man City had approached his representatives about taking over from Guardiola. And they explained that, it's not unlawful, but there is like a unwritten, code of conduct between clubs where, clubs are not supposed to approach managers and talk in that way. It needs to be done through official channels. But I think there was something in his contract. I read this on Sky today that he had to tell Chelsea, basically, because there was interest from Juve, and then obviously Man City had approached his representatives. So there's definitely a legal provision in his contract which meant he had to tell Chelsea that clubs were approaching him to discuss, managerial vacancies. So I don't have any issue him, communicating it to the club. Right. I think there is a strong possibility he will take over from Pep Guardiola, especially if Pep Guardiola leaves in the summer. Guardiola trusts him. Man City like him a lot. But there's no doubt in my mind he knew what he was getting into when he joined from Leicester, right? Chelsea paid like 10 million or something to buy him out of his contract. He knew what the setup was. He would have had presentations, meetings, interviews. He knew that he has to focus on the coaching and the hierarchy above him. They handle the backroom staff, the medical department, the transfers, recruitment. So he knew what he was getting into. So that's why I don't have so much degree of sympathy for him. But I do feel that there's also things that are misunderstood. Like, we both predicted before the Villa game that Cole Palmer wouldn't play the full 90 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And then he did get taken off. But then we hear after the match that Maresca wanted to keep him on.
It was the
medical department that drove that said that he needs to come off. So there was a clash there, and then the fans are booing Maresca, but really it's the medical department who made that decision.
Exactly. So yeah, Yusuf, what do you make of it? What's your thoughts on it? Him as a manager also talking to other club when he's got a contract with Chelsea.
I'll be honest, I completely echo what Ryan said. Again, I'm not a legal expert either, but if I were the owners, and Maresca was talking to other clubs, then I wouldn't be too annoyed, but it depends on the contract, because it depends on like the clauses, because there might be something in there where it's like you can't like talk to other clubs. Like,
I mean, Yusuf,
there
if
might
you're
be
not going to be upset if you've employed me to do a job for you, and I'm also talking to other companies that does want me, I'm also talking to other companies whilst you've employed me. It means that I'm not focused on what you want me to do, and you're paying me every week to do a job for you. But then I'm talking to
No.
somebody else. Wouldn't you
Yeah,
be
I
upset?
get what you're saying there. No, I get what you're saying. But the thing is, there's always going to be jeopardy of when a manager loses his job. So the manager's not going to know when he's lost his job unless he's left himself. So he would always want to look out for his own personal, how do I say it? His own personal life as well. It's like, I know it's like players sort of, but it's different because it's a manager. Like, because players, clubs can really like. We've seen situations where clubs have tried to sue other clubs for approaching a player, like we've seen with the Gibbs White situation and Nottingham Forest and Spurs. We've seen it with that situation there. When we tried to go in for Michael Elise the first time, Crystal Palace were not happy. So
Yeah, that's a bit different. Player to a club is way different compared to manager. You get what I mean?
That's why I said it. I wanted to make sure that they're both different.
Right.
But even then, like, the manager's always going to look for his personal life. He's not always going to be loyal. He's not going to be absolutely loyal to the club he's with. So I'm not overly annoyed, but you know, it's not. It is what it is, because you're not always going to get loyal people to the loyal people.
There's no loyalty in football anymore. There's no loyalty in football.
Exactly.
There's no loyalty in football anymore. Like
And
before,
don't forget, there's so many agents and middlemen involved in these discussions, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to be Enzo Maresca on a WhatsApp call to Pep Guardiola. It's going to be Enzo Maresca's agent speaking to some representative at Man City on the recruitment side, and they'll just put a feeler out there. How do you feel about Pep Guardiola leaving and you taking over in 1 year, 2 years? That'll be the kind of conversation that happens. But it's totally correct what you guys are saying about player to club is different. You know, there's strict FIFA rules around tapping up players. You can't do that. You have to go through formal official channels and communicate with the clubs directly during transfer windows. You cannot do that outside of the transfer windows. That's tapping up, and that's illegal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ryan and Mr. Stephen G and Yusuf Blue. Guys, so my name is Nate Zion. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to BlueClouds Media YouTube channel, BCM Sports. We are live dissecting and using the mic. I would say, scrutinizing where we are and how we got to this point. Why Enzo Maresca has been sacked, and we're looking at his job, his turn as Chelsea manager, how many points and all that stuff that he's lost, what he's achieved, and he's done a good job. And I'll never say he hasn't done a good job. He's done a very, very good job, and he's still in a good position. The title race thing, I know we're not there, but then we can still push for top 4. But then we're looking at few things that he's really said that has jeopardized his position as a Chelsea manager in terms of him interaction with the media. We're talking about what he said last 48 games, and also being linked to other jobs whilst he's still contracted with Chelsea, and also a few things. Naheem not a happy person, and you could tell that indeed he wants to walk out. When I said this earlier on to Mr. Ryan, whenever a blind man, I'm trying to say something that is really there. I'm not making fun of anyone. So if you're a blind person, you're listening, I apologize. I'm not making fun of you. But what I'm trying to say is whenever a blind man says he's going to stone you, or it means he's going to throw stone at you, he knows what he's about. His 1 foot is already on the stone. So whenever he's going to just go down and pick it up and throw it at you. Whether he sees you, he doesn't see you. He doesn't care. He knows where the sound is coming from. The same thing Enzo Maresca just did. He knew what he was doing. He knew his next job. He knew he wants to move away. So he went publicly to the public and to the media and said all the stuff that he wanted to say because he knew what he was doing. I'm sure he wasn't happy one point in time last season. I'm sure he wasn't happy in the summer. Certain players that came in because we all knew beginning of the season, he said he needed a center back when Liverpool went down and he didn't get it. But he never came to the public, to the media and said anything until the Everton or Aston Villa game. I think the Everton game where he started talking because at that time he's got full confidence or he's got the assurance where his next job is going to be. So you hang in there, sit there for a few months. When Pep Guardiola finishes or he leaves, we can get you in, or maybe we can get you over there. I've been seeing some rumors also that he's been linked to join Manchester United. And we know that Ruben Amorim's also working on thin ice. Anytime he can break. He can be fired, he can be sacked at any time. Maybe they fancy his style of play, they could get him in. Maybe. There are other clubs that are interested in Enzo Maresca because of his work that he did with Chelsea. So there's always a possibility here. But John Terry have spoken. And will you guys take John Terry as interim? Guys, Stephen, Yusuf, and then Mr. Ryan. Will you take John Terry? To me, I would say no. I don't want to have John Terry. I don't want to have him around as an interim. I wouldn't do that. Will you guys gamble on John Terry and take him as an interim?
We won't need to, because it looks like the Rosenior one's probably going to happen quite quick. So we might have
No, Stevie, I understand that. But will you gamble? Will you take a gamble on John Terry?
No, but my point is we're probably going to have the interim being under 21s coach for one game and then Rosenior's probably in, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Mr. Ryan.
So
go ahead, Stephen.
I'd put him on the coaching staff. I wouldn't have him as an interim or anything like that, but I'd have him as a coaching staff member with the first team, so that you've got someone who's been there, he's done it for Chelsea specifically. He understands the club, he loves the club. He can bring that in to the changing room and use his experience, if that makes sense, and help guide the younger players. Look, this is Chelsea Football Club, this is the standard, and he can nail that into him. He can draw that into him, if that makes sense. He doesn't need to be a manager to do that. You can have him as a coach there to help set the standards for a Liam Rosenior. You could do that.
At one point, John Terry came out and he said he would fancy that job if he's been given the chance to do that.
Yeah, he said that, but then he's also at times said that he doesn't want to be a manager. So which one is it? Do you want to be a manager? Do you not want to be a manager? I feel like every few months he changes his mind on it.
He has to make up his mind, isn't it?
He got offered the Oxford job, which he rejected, which fair enough, Oxford are awful. I think they're a relegation battle in their league. But yeah, I think there's no point having him as an interim when it's probably going to be for one game anyway, and that's already been decided. I think you get past City, you get Rosenior in early next week, you maybe hopefully bring someone like a John Terry who knows the club in on the coaching staff, and then do it that way around.
All right. Thank you. Before I'm gonna have Yusuf. We're losing Yusuf right now. Yusuf, I want to take 60 seconds to plug yourself so people can get to know you more.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Shani. Yeah, guys, I'll be off now. Yosis Chelsea Blues. Make sure you subscribe. We're on about 640 subscribers at the moment, I think it is. So nearly at 700. So it's only going up. I had Proper Chelsea Dan on my live show earlier about Maresca getting sacked. Also had DJ on there earlier as well. So yeah. Make sure you subscribe. I've got match reviews, previews, fan cams, all that on my channel. And yeah, I'm gonna give Nee the link now so he can put it in the chat so you guys.
Thank
can
you very much,
subscribe.
Yusuf, for coming on. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the evening. You're welcome. All right, bye.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, chat. Thank you very much, guys. Daniel Knight. Bye. Daniel Knight, thank you very much for your comment. He said, please don't give 5-year contract again. Yeah, we'll talk about the 5-year contract. We gave 5 years to, I think, Graham Potter and Enzo Maresca. Are we going to give another 5 year to Liam Rosenior is the name. Another name Rosenior. Again, Mokasim said that him talking to other club was not a breach of contract. He was is obliged to do it with his contract, but it's not a good thing. Yeah, right. But it's not a good thing. Spot on from Mo. Thank you very much, Mokasim. So can we get some likes up here? Can we get some likes up here, guys? We got nine of you watching on YouTube. Drop a like on the video, please. Drop a like on the video. It helps the channel go a long way.
Comment, and subscribe.
Thank you very much. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Then we have Courtney. Big up to you, Courtney. Says managers always talk to other clubs because Chelsea was talking to Crystal Palace guy, which is what's his name again? This German manager from Crystal Palace. No, it's not Ariola. What's his name? I forgot. I can't remember his name. Anyway, we the German manager from Crystal Palace.
He's not German. What, Glasner?
He's not.
Yeah, Oliver Glasner. Oliver Glasner. Yeah, that's right. Cotton said Xavi might be the guy also. A lot of managers. But what I was saying is, Stephen, if you're talking about Liam Rosenior, if this guy we are talking about, what they gonna do to Strasbourg? Because he's the guy that knows the team and he's doing his work there. Why would they bring him to Chelsea instead of looking for somebody else at Chelsea?
That was always going to be the plan. I said this from the beginning.
Is they're just trying to build his confidence from there as a manager, and then he moves to Chelsea when they need him? Is that the process? Just like they're doing with the young boys, when they bring you in, they groom you, when they get better, they sell you, or they move you on, or if they don't want you, they'll move you on and bring somebody else in. Same thing they're doing the managers also.
I think that's part of it. And look, we wouldn't be the first club within like having a multi-club model to do that. Like, you have a few clubs that have this type of model where they'll have a manager at one of their, no disrespect to Strasbourg, but one of their smaller teams, so to speak. And then they'll have all the clubs play a certain style of football, so that it's a natural progression. So if the players perform well there, they'll move on to the next club, and if there's another club after that, the next one, and so on and so forth until they get to the main club. And that happens with some managers as well. I think at one point, it's City that owns Girona, right? In Spain, because there was a point where there's talks that they could use their manager to replace Guardiola.
Yeah, they do. They own Girona.
It isn't uncommon, because typically you'd want the teams to play a similar way so that there's a natural progression. But look, one thing I will say is Rosenior, for the most part, has played a back three at his time at Strasbourg, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was going to ask you the style of play.
That's going to be interesting. I think philosophy-wise, it's very similar. And as I said at the start of the stream, he has used about, I think it was somewhere between 6 to 8 different formations and variations of formations. And I never remember who said the quote. It could have been Rosenior, could have been a completely different manager. I don't know. But bottom line being that when you look at it, you can change your formation, right? So long as your principles stay the same, it doesn't matter, because you can change your formation so that you can better match an opposition, but your principles can stay the same. If you want to be a possession-based team, you can still be that, whether you play a 4-2-3-1 or a 3-4-3. You could still be that. If you want to be a counter-attacking team, you can play a 3 at the back or a 4 at the back, and it can still work. Do you know what I mean? So long as the principles are the same, your formation can change. I just sent you, I think, about 3 videos of like 3 different team talks from Rosenior. I think I've sent them to you in the past as well.
Yeah, I think I have them in it.
But I would have sent them a long time ago because I think it was the back end of last season. But bro, he can definitely motivate a team, that's for sure. And look, people were saying, yeah, but he's only been at Hull and Strasbourg and he got sacked because his football's too boring for Hull. I'm pretty sure Hull are struggling now, so I'm pretty sure they would have preferred to have kept him. That's what I'm going to say on that part of it. But look, at the end of the day, for me, I know a lot of people wouldn't want to play like a sideways style passing, this, that, and the other. And you don't have to do that, right? Just because you play possession football, it doesn't mean you have to pass sideways, pass backwards, pass sideways, back to the keeper, and all this BS the whole time. That's not the case. You can play possession football and still be attacking at the same time. And I think there's a common misconception with that. I think people think, possession means it has to be boring, 500, 600 passes a game. But
we saw it with Sarri.
not
We saw it
exactly
with
the
Pep
case.
does that.
Do not remind me of that, Rod.
Big up to you, Makeem. Big up to man like Makeem. Makeem, big up to you. Happy New Year to you, man. Absolutely. Big up to everyone joining us live on the show. We're down in CSTBG with Liverpool, Mr. Ryan. Yes, we're looking at the breaking news, the big news in the Premier League, and also the Premier League going on right now. Stephen, what's the scoreline between Crystal Palace right now, Stephen?
Palace are 1-0 up, and Leeds just had a goal ruled out from Calvert-Lewin for offside against Liverpool.
Calvert-Lewin cannot stop scoring.
It's got ruled out for offside, so technically he can.
I mean, it means that there's another goal coming for him. Calvert-Lewin seems to.
I think he scored. What was it? It's something like 5 in his last 6 or 6 in his last 6, something like that.
Yeah. Since I think it started from Chelsea.
Literally, since playing Chelsea.
Since they played Chelsea, everything has turned around for Leeds United, and they have gained some confidence. And if you're a Leeds supporter, you should be happy about that. Anyway,
they're still only 7 points above relegation, but
okay. All right.
To be fair, having said that, Tottenham only 11 above it.
Yeah, if you look at the league table, also,
because you asked about scores, Fulham have literally just equalised as we've moved on.
So 1-1, Fulham 1, and Palace 1.
Yeah. And it's at Palace as well.
And it's at Palace. Oliver Gardner, who doesn't want to extend his contract. But
Tom
anyway,
Kearney of all players. It's a rogue one.
Yeah. Steve, you want to take over for a second? I got a bell ring. I'm gonna check in real quick. Give me a second, Steve.
Yeah. Ryan, you got anything you want to add on? Anything that we've touched on so far?
We've covered a lot. As I said before, I'm not surprised that it's come to this and he's been sacked. They describe me as a mutual parting of ways, but but be very curious to see where Maresca goes next. Does he hold out for the summer and then join Man City if Guardiola leaves, or does he look for an immediate return into management, either in the Premier League or abroad? Does he take a break? That'll be interesting to know. But yeah, clearly I can see this decision is because of a breakdown in the relationship, and the tension between the senior management at Chelsea and himself, and the senior management at Chelsea thinking that his behavior is impacting the performance of the players on the pitch. That is key to
Do you know
the
what?
decision.
I don't know if you saw it the other day, because obviously I was at the game against Bournemouth, as I was for every home Premier League game this season and Champions League game. Yeah. I'm not sure if you saw it. When that Palmer sub happened, the first thing I did, I went, he's lost the home fans now. Like, they're booing the sub. They're booing, like, Palmer getting subbed off. Soon as that happened, I was like, yeah, this is a matter of time now. Because once you lose the crowd, let's just put it this way, you're in deep trouble, shall we say.
Yeah. And this is a same crowd that were cheering his name weeks ago?
Literally about 12 months ago.
Yeah.
And singing "We Got Our Chelsea Back."
Yeah.
Heck, even I think at the Club World Cup, people were singing Enzo Maresca. Even a couple months ago, I think they were singing it, actually. What game was it? I can't even remember. Oh, I think it was... who did we play after Everton? I can't even remember. But, yeah, even...
Everton, you had the Carabao Cup. You played Cardiff.
Oh, yeah. Even Cardiff, because he'd come out and stuff like that, all of a sudden people are on his side. And then they started singing his name again. And then you get, 3 weeks down the line, roughly? And we're back to where we're at now. Nee, you looking for anything specific? Because you're still sharing your screen at the moment.
Just got back. And I
Okay.
was trying to see if there's some updates there.
No, not seen anything. I would have put it up if I saw it. That's actually a good one, though. Give me Wolves or retire.
Right. How do you see your guy? How do you see your guy performing these days, Mr. Ryan?
My guy, 0000 or whatever. He started banging in the goals, but this is so embarrassing if we can't beat Leeds at home. I mean, it's typical.
They're difficult to beat. They're difficult to beat, Ryan. I know you guys are.
I know. They're in good form as well.
It won't be embarrassing, Ryan. It won't be. It won't be like Chelsea. Manchester United and Wolves, where they can beat Wolves.
We won a couple in a row, and the fan base were getting hyped up and excited, and it's just going to come all crashing back down to earth. But it's a clear message to the owners that we need to do some business in January, because look at our bench. We've got kids on our bench.
That bad?
Literally got kids.
How much you guys spend, Ryan? I don't want to say it.
Lucky, the Signoni guy, Ngamoa, these are kids. Ramsey.
Yeah, but Isak isn't a kid. Verts isn't technically a kid. And they were like 230 million.
And the guy from Bournemouth, what's his name?
Kirkes.
A lot of money.
He doesn't even
Between
start.
those three players, you've done about 280 million.
We've got issues. I mean, Gakpo is fallen out of favor. Kirkes, he doesn't start games now because Slot doesn't trust him. Chiesa is just a bit part player. The fans love him, but again, Slot doesn't trust him.
I think they like this energy. They like the energy that he puts in, isn't it? He's hard-working player.
Once upon a time, he was a really, really good player. I mean, he schooled England in the Euros final.
His injury at the Euros done him in.
Yeah. During the Euros, he was on form. Chiesa everywhere, and he was scoring almost every game.
You know the Euros that happened all across Europe, and they had the finals and semi-finals in the UK at Wembley. That was the one he done. I think it was his ACL, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ACL.
Yeah, since then he never really got back to it.
Steven, Ben Jacob reporting this 50 minutes ago. He says West Ham hold an interest in Raheem Sterling as as called by some
Ex-West Ham United employee.
However, my understanding is Sterling is seeking a permanent exit in January as it stands. So now he's making up his mind to move to start playing football.
Oh, now you want to move Sterling, huh?
Yeah. He's enjoying some of the money now. He realized that enjoying the money is not going to help him, but he needs to play football. Well, Sterling, I know you want to play football, but if you're thinking of going to the World Cup, I don't think you're going to get in there. I don't think so. Because I think, he's past his best. I don't think he's going to get any better to look like Liverpool, Sterling, or maybe Liverpool, Manchester City Sterling. I think his football is over. Too much mileage on his leg. Too much on it.
But it's anyway. It's not even mileage. It's just the other thing is he hasn't played in what? Since June, he hasn't played a game.
Mm-hmm. He hasn't played football. Almost
that's
what
I'm saying. He hasn't played a game since June. Well, technically May, actually. So when you factor that in, that's how many months? You're talking about 6 months without playing a match?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Sheffield United are absolutely battering Leicester right now.
Leicester struggling.
You want to talk about robbery, Nee? Calvin Phillips at Man City. £150,000 a week. He earns like £8 million a year.
Sterling's on about 300 odd grand a week, so don't start about robbery.
At least Sterling has played football for Chelsea. I can't even think last time.
3 seasons ago, whatever.
Yeah, so probably they're similar, aren't they?
All right, Mr. Ryan, looking at this situation right now, how do you think that the players will be thinking psychologically wise, going into the big game? How would they play? I know we're not. I wish I have someone that I've played the game on that highest level. How, when things like this happen, how do they reset themselves towards an upcoming game? But let's try and put ourselves in their shoes. Right? How would you feel if you're a player? Like we hear some of the players are coming in, Sanchez and others are saying they're not happy of the manager being sacked. What would you think?
I think it was Cave Solico at Sky Sports. He said that Maresca was very popular with the kind of senior, regular starting players at Chelsea, but it was the players that are more on the fringes that were unhappy with him. So it could inject, excitement and lifeline and a pulse into those fringe players, the younger ones. But there's no doubt the senior players, I think they'll be disappointed. Like Reece James, I think he would genuinely be unhappy because I think he respected Maresca. I'm sure Levi Colwill, even though he's injured, will be disappointed because he came to Chelsea with a big reputation with what he'd done at Leicester, and it's never nice to see a manager get sacked in this way. But
yeah,
you said it yourself. For Sunday, this would be typical Chelsea. They show up at the Etihad and win. I wouldn't put it past Chelsea.
And then the fans will start singing "Old Callum McFarlane."
So this is what Enzo Fernandez put up on Instagram. He says, "Is this Mister? Thank you for everything we shared and experienced during."
There's more to it. It's quite a big one. You'd need to open it.
I think it's an image, just an image.
Yeah, it's an image, but if you click on it, it'll show you the whole thing.
Oh, okay. This is translation.
But if you click the actual image, there you go.
Okay. Yes, I learned a lot and truly value every piece of advice and each experience. I wish you and your coaching staff, Willie, Danny, Rabi, is it Marcus, and Mickey, all the best. We won 2 titles together that I will never forget. Much success to all of you, and hopefully our paths will cross again in the future. A big hug from him. So yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Isn't it? People always say Enzo Fernandez will not be there. Always partner, Moses Caicedo. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. I was like, how would these players handle this situation without the man that they've been there with for almost about a year and a half now? How would they handle the situation? So this is exactly what I was talking about. So Raheem Sterling, why do you still keep popping up on my screen? What's Nizar Cancelo saying? Says Chelsea under 21 coach Callum McFarlane is doing the press conference tomorrow, which means he is taking the team to Man City. Robert Sanchez has said goodbye to Willie Caballero on social media. Also, so a lot more coming from this Enzo Maresca's departure from Chelsea. Guys, what else do you want to say regarding the departure? Let me know in the comment section below if you're watching us live. We're discussing it. Enzo Fernandez, really not happy with the situation at this moment. Ben Jacob, I'm not happy. I'm not here to be watching. What do you call it? Liam Rosenior is the leading choice to replace Enzo Maresca. Significant back end within the Chelsea hierarchy for Strasbourg boss, viewed as Chelsea manager in the long term before Maresca fallout occurred. So, Stephen Ryan, would you consider another 5-year deal for another young manager?
Would consider how long?
5 years, like they give to Maresca. Will you consider 5 years for him too?
I wouldn't say 5 years, no.
3 years.
Yeah, probably more 3 years.
But he's also a project manager, just like Enzo Maresca. And I believe what I read beginning is they gave 5 year to project managers. They did with what's his name, Duran Porter. They saw him to be a project manager, one that worked with kids, one that can improve young players, and it backfired. They brought in Mauricio Pochettino. They did not do that. They gave him just 2 years, and they brought in Enzo Maresca, another project manager. They gave him 5 years. Similar to this guy, he's also a project manager. So I see them doing the same thing. If it is part of their philosophy or the model is project managers have to get 5 years, and someone they've worked with before.
That's full time, by the way. No, Liverpool leads.
Liverpool leads 0-0.
No, full time.
Oh, the game is over.
Yeah, finished.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Nee, by the way, I'm not sure if you remember this image. This is the image that I was on about before, where I said he used about 8 different formations and variations. I can't remember when exactly this came out, but it was towards the back end of last season. Because I was just looking at it because of someone said to me, like, oh, he's not a Chelsea manager, this, that, and the other, yeah. But my thing is, I still think he needs a year or two. And I've touched on that several times. But the other thing is, the fact that he's not stubborn and sticking to one formation makes him less predictable and harder for opposition to set up for, which works to your benefit, if that makes sense.
Same day we have a game, I expect him to know in the next 2 days. Yeah.
By the way, whatever you're playing, I can hear coming through.
It's not me, it's Ryan. Ryan, your TV.
I didn't know who it was. I just heard someone playing something.
No, it wasn't. It was just somebody in the room. It wasn't TV.
It sounded like TV. I can't lie.
Yeah, it sounded like a TV.
I like the fact that he's not stubborn and like only has one formation because it makes you more unpredictable. But yeah, look, if his philosophy is similar, so long as we win games, I couldn't care less, to be honest with you.
I mean, Mr. Ryan, I know we are all not tacticians over here, but this man is playing various formation. He plays 3-2-3 and 3-2-3-2 and 3-2-4-1, 3-1-5-1, 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, which we're very common with Enzo Maresca. Then 3-4-1-2, then 3-4-2-1, 3-4-4, and 3-4-3. What kind of a manager is this? Because when I've watched football many times, I haven't seen a manager going through a whole season with at least more than 4 formations before. Is it gonna work for Chelsea, Mr. Ryan?
It means he's young, he's experimental. I don't think that
Young.
is the right approach for the Premier League. I think he'll have to tighten up in terms of his tactical discipline and stick to one or two formations in and out of possession.
Right.
But he's, if they appoint him, it's going to take time. He needs to train and develop and understand the young players in the squad. And no doubt he'll want to sign some players in January. It'll be very interesting if Chelsea back him in this
Right.
January window. Yeah, I mean, it's a different league. It's Ligue 1, which is known for, developing young talent and fast-paced, exciting football, not very defensive. So it'll be very interesting to see how he transitions into the Premier League, and it's going to be a steep learning curve, and he's going to have to put his feet in the deep end very quickly. Chelsea have a lot of games in January, a lot of tough fixtures.
Do you know what else I'd quickly add?
Big up to you, Team CFC. He says he has to pray on a miracle, to be honest. He has to pray on a miracle. Big up to you, my brother. Big up to you. It says Prem doesn't give you time, and I don't think Chelsea will back him. They already briefed.
It'll be a quiet window.
Will be a quiet window, yeah. It's going to be a quiet window, but I don't know. Team CFC, what do you think of these various formation that this guy play, or this man play, or this gentleman play in the?
This is from last season. I can't remember when last season, but this season he's leaned more towards. I think it was more towards a 3-4-3/3-4-2-1 this season. I think.
Okay. But Steven, he's playing all these formations. Even if he's playing 3, let's say we get rid of some of them and keep 3. He's playing young players that also learning each and every day. Is this style of changing formation all the time? Is it gonna work for him, or do we want to see this? Maybe that's what we're expecting Enzo Maresca to do at one point that he wasn't doing. He'll stuck to one formation, and that causes problem. You think he'll get away with changing formations all the time?
It goes back to the point I was making earlier, where so long as the philosophy stays the same, there's not an issue. Because so long as your philosophy stays the same, you can change your formation to work around each opponent. And that's kind of what it comes back to. The other thing I'd also add is it'd be interesting to see, because say he uses 2 central mids, almost like a pivot, right? It'd be interesting to see who he plays there, because you'd imagine, okay, Caicedo, but then will he go for, say, Santos, or will he go for Enzo Fernandez? Because we know that he obviously knows Santos, because he had Santos last season at Strasbourg. And he knows that Santos will be able to play his style. So there's a couple things to watch there.
All right. So Team CMC said I think a back three, a formation of a 3-4-3 will suit us quite well into Neto as wing back, and then Palmer as part of the right of the 3. What worries me is the center back will let him down. Which is true. Our center backs, it depends on the kind of center backs we're playing. To be honest with you, if we're playing, I don't think that the back 3 will suit Reece James much better without giving much more time to sprint, or without limit his time to sprint. That's one thing with Reece James.
It depends where you play him. He could play as a centre back, or he can play as the right wing back.
So, where would you put Fofana if you're playing Reece James as a centre back? Where would you put Fofana? Left centre back?
Central centre back, probably. I think, say everyone was fit, right?
Right.
I think, as much as I'd love to see Reece at right wing back, I still think for a little bit longer, you need to focus on having him do less sprints. Okay, sometimes maybe you play him as a wing back, but not all the time. So in that situation, maybe you go for a back three of, say, Reece, Fofana, and Colwell when Colwell's fit. And then you have Cucurella as your left wing back. And then right wing back, I don't know. But one thing I will say is him having used so many different formations in the past, like I said, it makes you unpredictable as a manager, yeah? But also it's quite fun because there's so many different variations and there's so many different ways that you can set up. And don't forget, these things are mostly just on paper, yeah? It won't necessarily look like any of those formations in game because things change throughout a duration of a game, different moments of a game, different setups, stuff like that. But
so Stephen, I have this on my screen.
Put it this way, make it harder to predict a formation and set up than when you have Enzo Maresca as manager because you know roughly the formation he's got to go with.
Right. So let's put our head together. Courtney, big up to you, Courtney. Courtney said, so are we sure they're getting Liam Rosenior?
Looks it.
I don't know. Looks like it. So let's wrap our head around this. See what we can come up with. Robert Sanchez in goal post, right? Steven, we're playing with the back three. If everyone is fit. We're looking at if everyone is fit. Mr. Ryan.
Okay, so if we do a back three when everyone's fit. So for now, we have no Sanchez.
Yeah, we have Sanchez there. Should I add Robert? I should be all right.
But do you guys think you're going to play a back three at the Etihad?
Not really. We're looking at
that game.
Just generally,
yeah.
Okay, fine.
If the manager for the weekend is the under-21s coach, and I think he mostly plays a 4-2-3-1 as well.
So who do we have here for the right back? Reece James or Gusto?
I'd go Reece for the time being.
We have Reece James on that position, and center back here we have Wesley Fofana and Trevor Chalobah.
Fofana, and then left one being Colwell.
Left one Colwell, if everyone is fit. Okay, so who do we have in the middle here?
Wesley Fofana.
Fofana.
I thought it was going to take ages to load, then wrong one. There you go.
All right, so here we have
Colwell.
Colwell.
Colwill.
Yeah. IOL.
ILL. No E.
Yeah.
Cole and then
Right.
WILL.
Yeah.
No, Cole without any. Cole without any.
Without an E in there.
Yeah.
Cole and Will. Okay. Come on, load.
It's not spelled the way that you would pronounce it, basically.
Yeah. Usually, I always think it could be Ashley Cole, like the Ashley Cole one. Cole, Cole. Yeah. But anyway, left hand side, we're going for Marco Cucurella on that left hand side. Or who do we put here?
Yeah.
Cucurella.
Yeah, I think so.
Ryan, you okay with Cucurella?
Yep, definitely.
It's got to be.
Let me go for Stephen and Ryan. I won't get involved anymore. So I will
Nah.
get
These are the easiest ones, man. These pick themselves.
Can I say that?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
But this is what I was saying. It'd be interesting because maybe he'd go more towards Santos over Enzo.
And here,
Possibly.
Santos, Enzo. Who do you think every manager will go for? If you have to.
Depends. I think he might go Santos, personally.
I think day one Enzo, but he might
It'll be
phase
Enzo.
in.
I think.
I also think, but part of my reason for Santos is also the fact that he's played under him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is what I was saying before. That's part of my logic behind it is that he has played under him. So maybe at the beginning you do go for him
Enzo
because he has
Fernandez.
that knowledge.
I oh,
You put
it's not
Enko.
Enko. Look, I know you know what every manager does. When every manager comes to a football club for the very first time, he goes with the starting 11 that the previous manager has been using until he studies the players. Then after a few games, he makes his own changes. So to me, I'll go with Enzo Fernandez for now until he realize that no, Enzo is not cooking in that position for him. Then he brings somebody else in. You get what I mean? Because Enzo is a senior player.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Who do you put on the right hand side here? Don't tell me Gusto, because I'm gonna be pissed.
I thought Gusto, yeah.
You going Gusto?
Yeah. Who else can you put there as like a right wing back or?
Oh, right wing back.
Do you know what would have been interesting?
No. Tell me.
Neto as a right wing back with Palmer as a right wing.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Neto does track back though.
Yeah, Neto does that. Defensively, it's not that bad. Defending's all about pressure. Put pressure on a defender or your attacker. He will lose the ball. Put pressure on him. He will lose the ball. But, either I'll do it this way. I'll put Caicedo over here. If you want to do it this way, if you want to put Neto here, then put Caicedo in this position. He Wesley Fofana and Reece James more covered on this side very well. You got security here. We know what this guy can do. Enzo Fernandez, defensively, he's not that good, but we have covers here. We have him, Wesley Fofana also covering this area over here.
Like,
so
for example, right, if I go
to...
Give me 2 seconds. If I go to Strasbourg quickly now, yeah?
Yeah.
In their not their last game, let's go their last league game, which was against Lorient, yeah?
Yeah.
He played a back three, and one of the wing backs was Amo Amiyar, who's a winger. The other was Diego Moreira, who started out as a winger, but has been turned into more of a wing back under Liam Rosenior. So Neto could be an option.
Okay.
What's happened?
I don't know. I clicked something and I lost the whole thing. I clicked something, I lost the whole thing. All right. We have who do we have for fun? No. I have to change information.
You need to find the formation thing again.
Yeah.
There you go.
3-4-3.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're working with, right?
So Reece, Fofana, Colwell.
Okay. Fofana. Cool. Well.
There we go.
On the right hand side, who do we? Reece James, right?
Yeah.
Neto.
Yeah,
I'd say Neto.
Yeah.
Ryan, you good, Neto?
Neto, yeah. I'm convinced.
I am. We have enough defenders here.
I don't think we're going to agree with the front three, but I'll wait for us to get to that.
Okay.
Interesting ideas.
All right, guys. If you're watching us live, we're trying to predict.
I'm not sure I'm gonna go for it.
If you're watching, let me explain what we're trying to do here. Should in case Liam Rosenior, the Strasbourg's manager, if he joined Chelsea, we're trying to predict the kind of formation he's gonna go with, and the players that, if everyone is fit, who he's gonna start. What we've realized that he uses various formation when he's playing. Since he's been at Strasbourg, he's playing almost about 7 different formations, and he could go with the back three. And we're looking at the players that we have now. If Chelsea have to move from a 4 in the back and go to a back three, because we already know the 4-2-3-1 formation. Those the personnel that plays in that formation. But when we're trying to go with a back three, we want to see what it will look like, the players that we have, and how solid it can be, and in terms of defense, midfield, and the attack under Liam Rosenior. So that's what we're trying to do right now. So please bear with us. Okay. Also, you can contribute. You can let us know what you think. Courtney, big up to you, Courtney. And also Team CFC, a lot coming from you guys. I'll check it out here in a second. So who do we put here? Cook Caicedo, right?
Caicedo, yeah.
Caicedo, I get it right. I think I did. I always see Linda when I see her.
Do you know what's interesting? I was just looking at the Strasbourg games, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not including the French Cup one, the Coupe de France, yeah, because it was against Dunkirk, who are like 3rd division or something, yeah. But before that, against Lorient, he played a 3-4-3, and then the game after that in the Conference League, it appears he played like a 4-1-2-1-2. So we come back to that thing of using multiple formations again.
Formation again. So we're definitely gonna see that. He's gonna have like 3 different formations he's gonna use for the season if he joins.
But I don't know. I don't know if I'm in the minority or not. I quite like that.
Nah, I don't.
I like it because so long as your principles stay the same in terms of the style of football you want to play, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're just changing personnel then.
And does it show more of a flexibility of a manager? Yeah. Ryan, right?
It means like Amarim's only just changed his formation after 12 months in charge?
He did not even change it completely. At one point, they went back to a back 5 again, Stephen. At one point, they went back to a back 5.
He's only just started doing it now after 12 months.
Yeah. All right, let me see what Team CFC have to say. It says, guys, what time do you normally stream? Okay, Team CFC is always 5 p.m., 6 p.m. UK time. I'm not sure of your location, but if in the UK, it is always 5
or 6
p.m., 6 p.m.
The only time it changes is if we have like a midweek game, then it might change depending on kickoff time.
Exactly. But most of the time, the daily show is always at 5 p.m. and 5 p.m. UK time. And 12, if in America here, it's always 12 p.m.
Midday
Eastern
or 1
time.
o'clock, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Either 12 or 1 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're within that zone, absolutely, you will catch me all the time. But sometimes I try to be a bit weird. I can go very early in the morning, which is around 12 p.m. UK time. When I feel like being weird a little bit, I jump in and do that. So yeah, Team CFC said it's in UK. So yeah, UK time most of the time. Team CFC. Team CFC, you can follow me on X also. Shoot me a message. Give me direct message me. Give me a send me a message also. Yeah, I like to interact with people. Exactly. So yeah. So it's a Tuchel change to his system. The first day against Wolves when he came to Chelsea. So he came. So it was a 50-50 with the new manager. What do you think of that, Steven and Ryan? Since Tuchel changed his system the first day against Wolves. So yeah, he realized that wasn't working.
He played a free.
Yeah.
I mean, it's how would I say? It's kind of stupid when you realize that you're doing something that's not working and you don't want to change it, just like Amarim is doing. We saw Antonio Conte. Conte realized that the system he was playing the 4 at the back.
Conte realized about halftime of the Arsenal game, and he'd already practiced the variations in pre-season, so it wasn't like a brand new thing at halftime. The players had already sort of practiced it and been familiar with it. So it wasn't like a fresh, brand new thing, but he brought it in about halftime against Arsenal, and then we never looked back. We went on to win the title. So
yeah, and then he just jumped on and changed the formation, and then boom, it works. So why is Amarim? Is just his stubbornness, or he's just being selfish? He's just looking at himself or what really worked for him, and not looking at the football club and the fans. You know, crying for consistent performance. That's what I've said the other day. But anyway, thank you very much, Courtney. Courtney, thank you very much. I really appreciate the comments. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Is this strongest starting 11? Let's see. Let's see. We're about to finalize it. Sorry, the attack, the last three.
If we do the wingers, knee.
Yeah.
So I've got an interesting idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if we look at it as right wing you go Palmer, left wing you go Esteval?
That's what I was thinking as well.
Right.
Esteval played on the left
let
the
Ryan
other
give
day
me
and
his
on
first.
the right, and as a 10.
Ryan, let Ryan give me his first. Steven, I know what you are because you are proper chills. Let Ryan, what if I want to hear he's an ace and outsider? Ryan.
I can't give his technical. I just thought Neto and Palmer will work well together on the right side. Palmer's right-footed, Esteval's left-footed, right? He can cut inside.
Esteval is left, yeah.
Yeah. And then, have João Pedro or Delap as your centre forward. I think that's quite a balanced front three.
In this formation, you can't have Esteval here. Esteval, I don't know. He's more, he's left-footed. So he's more suitable here.
He predominantly
played on the left, right, and as a 10 multiple times this season. Like, he's played on the left multiple times, played on the right multiple times as well.
No, right. No, Steven. He's playing more
He literally played on the left the other day.
The other day we did. But how productive was he on the left-hand side? Compared to he's natural position.
He's so good. You got to shoehorn him in the side. He's playing so well, Esteval. You got to find a place for him.
So we put him on the left-hand side. So we can have him in the starting 11. All right.
Unless you want to play Palmer false 9.
I'd rather not go back to that.
IO, right? IO? Oh.
No. ESTEVAO.
Oh, okay. E comes, okay. AO. Oh, okay. So we put them on the left-hand side. Then we go with Palmer. All right. Now, between these two, awful players, who do we go for? Delap, or are we still going for João Pedro? I'll go for Pedro. I don't trust Delap. I don't trust him. Guy can hold the ball. He just shoots without thinking of it. He just shoot without precision. He doesn't. He just blasts the ball when he sees it. He doesn't look at the pole.
Who?
Delap.
Oh.
Delap. So I'm going for Pedro. So, guys, if you're watching, if Liam Rosenior, whatever his name is, God help me, let me get this guy's name right before he joined the club. If he has to join the club, if he joins the club, we're just trying to predict one of the formations that he's been playing. He plays the back three, meaning the back five. So if he comes in, if everyone is fit, this will be our strongest 11 that we put up together. Maybe you have a different idea or different way of thinking of what he's going to go with. So let us know in the comment section below. I get it right. Okay. João Pedro 79.
Mm-hmm.
How is Neto only 80?
Oh, Guardiola dropped Vardio apparently.
For their game today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, Steven, let's try and wrap up. You guys can go and watch your games. My both strikers. Team CFC. I agree with you 100%, brother. Both strikers. I don't know. I don't know if it was fraud from João Pedro in the Club World Cup. Since then, man, this guy has gone missing. He's been missing. It doesn't exist. Big up to you, Leighton CFC. Big up, man. It's been for ages, man. I see it's been a minute. But João Pedro has a bit more synergy with Palmer. Yeah, there's a big chemistry, and he's more prolific when he's got clear-cut chances. But sometimes I don't know with this Gazer, man. Happy New Year to you from Leighton CFC. Says this will be the last coach with the project because it was 5 years they wanted to build a team to challenge for the league. So this will be for this will be for the this will be the 4 year. But I have been told that experienced center back in the summer, another coach being reviewed from Leighton CFC. Big up to you, Leighton CFC, and nice as usual. Nice to have you on the show, and happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Team CFC. Big up to you, man. Happy New Year to you and everyone watching this live. We're about to hop off. Let me get this one off the screen and then look at my wonderful legend guest, Mr. Ryan, Liverpool FC, top supporter. Mr. Ryan, did you see that video that I posted? It happened in Liverpool, the accident in there. I put it in a group. It happened in Liverpool. They said the lady was fighting for her life.
No, I didn't see that. Was it New Year's Eve?
Yeah, something like that. I saw it right after when I think when we were talking, it was when I posted that in the group chat, in the Discord group chat. But anyway, it's nice having you, Mr. Ryan, and Mr. Steven. Nice having you as usual. Hopefully, Steven, you're not around tomorrow. Yeah, Steven's not around tomorrow, right? Steven?
Yeah, tomorrow I'm not around.
You're not around, yeah. I'll definitely gonna be here. So guys, tune in. Let's have fun as usual. And I want to thank you all. I always say something. I'm gonna say because of the new year. I don't say it all the time. I always say Lil Desperados and hang on to hope. But because of the new year, we're going to we are in a new year, and I want to say something that you can keep it on yourself and work with it. No matter how fun and how nice things are, always try and keep things to yourself. Don't copy what others are doing because everyone is different. Even I'll use an example. In this YouTube business, somebody could be doing something. If I go and copy it and do it, doesn't mean it's going to work for me. YouTube will tell you, oh, you got to copy what this guy is doing, and then you can do the same thing. It doesn't always work. So not everything that someone does that you think that you're going to do it, that might work for you. Let's develop our own self-esteem. And let's work so hard. If you're a Christian, I'll say pray. If you're a Muslim, I'll say also pray. Whatever you are, whatever you rely on, pray to God or pray to whoever you rely on, and everything will come for you. If it's not coming, just have a little bit of patience. It will happen. It will happen. Rome, as they say, Rome was not built in one day. It took forever. It took years, millions of years, for Rome to be what it is now. So your Rome that you're building will definitely happen. And don't stress yourself, because God's time is the best, they say. If you rush it, you're gonna end up finding out that you hit the wall and there's no other way for you to turn yourself. So let's take it easy, and God knows when it's right for us to move on, and we'll get there. So this is my motivational message for you today. And I hope that I will be starting something like that. Every day when I come on the show, I have a motivational message. I'll try and find many of them, and I'll say it before I start my stream. Something new in the year. So thank you all. Thank you all. Our top players are not going because we did win 2 cups. If we don't win the cup, then the players might have gone in a few years. So don't worry about losing top players. Thank you very much for that also. Let Steven come in, and I'll give 60 seconds to Steven, then 60 to Mr. Ryan, and they'll say something before we end the stream. Mr. Steven, over to you.
I've got nothing to say. It's been a good stream. Hopefully, we'll have some clarity tomorrow on what's happening manager-wise. But other than that, big up everyone that's been in the chat. Big up Ryan, big up Nee. And yeah, if you're new, hit the subscribe button, turn bell notification on, and whether you're new or not, make sure you've hit the like button. And Nia, see you tomorrow, and I'll see you, well, whenever next one after that is, I guess, whether that's Sunday, Monday, whatever it is.
Yeah, thank you very much, Steven. Guys, we are on the road to 20K. On the road to 20K to be part of the one of the fastest growing community on YouTube, BCM Sports, BlueClouds Media. My name is Nizan, as usual. Steven, Mr. Ryan, over to you.
Yeah, just very quickly, great stream. Thank you for having me on.
Pleasure, brother. Pleasure to
Yeah,
have you.
challenging start to the new year for Chelsea fans with the departure of Maresca. And now Callum McFarlane will take over media duties tomorrow, and he'll take over the team as interim manager for Sunday. And as Stevie G said, let's just hope for clarity in the coming days, and we know who the new permanent manager is of Chelsea.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ryan. Thank you. Wish you the best. I wish you the best of 2026, and I hope that Liverpool will become who they were last 2 seasons again, and push. I know it's maybe I wouldn't even say it's too late. There's still time. Right now, it's like if you lose one game, you're gonna drop down like 3 points. You're gonna drop like 3 spaces. So that's how it is in the Premier League, or maybe the top 6. So yeah, Liverpool. Hope that they get stronger and push. I'll be very happy if they can beat Arsenal before the season comes to an end. Anyone that beat Arsenal, for me, I'll be very, very happy. So to stop them from winning the Premier League. But anyway, I don't know, Gabriel that I did not ever wish for him to come back right now. He just came in and scored a goal. What the heck? Anyway. All right, guys, so thank you very much. Nizam, Stephen G, and Mr. Ryan, we all want to say thank you all. Lil Desperado.
Hang on to hope.
Hang on to hope. I'll see you guys same time tomorrow. Adios. Bye for now.
You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost.